What's up, all my stock market investors? It is Shaddai, and I'm back again with another Cash App investing video. And like I said last week, more bad news was coming. The market is down today, obviously, and mostly because of all the job losses that are happening. And I'm sure there's more to come. The economy is not looking too good right now. Let me know what state you're from and what precautions your state is taking. I know some states are on lockdown, some are not. I'm in Massachusetts. We just got all businesses just got shut down until about like April 7th, and which is extremely hurting the economy. A lot of jobs are being lost, and yeah. So I'd like to hear what your state is doing. So let me know in the comments below. And we're gonna get into some stocks to watch out for in the next week or two. But before we get there, I definitely want to get into some more economic things that can also affect the market, just so you know, just so you're aware. And if you're not aware, there's going to be some major big money bailouts to some industries, and that money is going to come from the government and, essentially our tax paying money. So and one industry have already gathered and they sent a letter to the government, right? And I think this is going to become like a little bit of a trend. You're going to start to see more and more industries sending these letters, them gathering, the CEOs gathering together, sending these letters to the government, pleading for their help, for the people, for the better of the people. And me personally, I get it, but it's just sad. It's sad that these $1 million companies, you're a $1 million company and you don't know how to, properly do your financials, and the government has to bail you out to get through a few weeks of tough time. I mean, currently a few weeks of tough time. They're saying August. We don't know anything at this point. I don't even know if I believe anybody at this point. But the airline CEOs gathered, and let me read a little bit of what they said to the government, right? So they say, on behalf of the 750,000 airline professionals and nation's airline, we respectfully request Congress to continue to move expeditiously to pass a bipartisan proposal that includes a combination of worker payroll protection grants, loans, and loan guarantees and tax measures. Now, you can read this on your own. This is all public information. But the part I want to highlight is this little threat that they kind of put. And it was very subtle. Unless worker payroll protection grants are passed immediately, many of us will be forced to take draconian measures such as furloughs. And furloughs are pretty much leave of absence. They're going to have to let people go. So all the airline CEOs pretty much respectfully, nicely threatened Congress that if they don't pass this bailout immediately, that they're just going to lay everybody off. And what is that going to do to the economy? What is that going to do to the news? What is that going to do to the market? It's going to bring it down. More job losses, more people just not working, more people. It's just an industry being more volatile, closer to getting down. And I've been pretty big on JetBlue stock, so this is interesting to see how fast the government reacts to this letter. It will be very also interesting to see. And I'm still very positive about my JetBlue stock, and I'd be interested to see how this little threat works out, if it works out in our favor or not. But I did want to talk about that because there's going to be more of those to come. The cruise line is expecting to be looking out for a bailout. So if you're invested in the cruise line, I think it's just not a good time for that, because there's going to be a lot of pushback with the cruise lines because, one, they're not even registered businesses in the United States, right? So you start to ask, well, why would they even have the option to be bailed out if they're not registered in the United States? They don't even pay taxes in the United States. Well, I'm sure that there's some United States bank that has lended them a lot of money, or some bank or investors have lended these cruise lines a lot of money to build these nice big ships that are not getting used right now. So the cruise line is going to be able to threaten the Congress and say, well, listen, if you don't want to bail us out, cool, we won't be able to pay our debt, which is owed to a company that is on your land. This is just, it's like it's a scary place right now, and the market, like I said last week, I personally think the market's gonna drop to 50, between 50 and 80%. We've not seen the worst of it. And if you're buying now, that doesn't mean stop buying. You can still buy a little here and there, but I think that there's still more bad news to come. I've said that in the last few weeks. And I mean, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think we're gonna go lower? Do you think we're gonna stay stagnant for a little bit? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'd love to just debate and talk about it and just pick each other's minds on what we think. But yes, the bailouts are coming, and it could destroy our economy. But depending on how they do it, if they do it strategically, it could help us just bounce right back a little bit quicker than expected. So that's what everybody's hoping. Let's get into 3 companies that are more small, medium business size focused, because I feel like that section is going to be the one that needs the most help, especially with everything being shut down for a handful of weeks, maybe even months. The focus is going to be to build small and medium sized businesses because they were the ones that were mostly affected. The first company is Slack. They are a technology company, and their stock is around $22, $22.50 as I'm making this video. And they have a very interesting platform, and originally they're bringing people, or originally they started out as a gaming, and then they transform, and now they're bringing people together with businesses, small, medium sized. But they also have all these different types of apps and amazing things that you can create, like huge group chats for a company, more work from home style technology that I think can be very beneficial. They have, you can share files. You can do a bunch of things. Obviously, you'd know more if you did a little bit more research on them, but they are a very interesting company. Maybe you would compare them to like a Microsoft, um, or maybe like a Dropbox, and like a few different companies in one. They're new, and you know how us people, we love new things, and analysts say that this platform is geared towards being millennial user friendly, and pretty much when they're saying that when millennials get the chance to run the helm and really be able to make, or the younger generation really gets a chance to make decisions, that we're gonna be leaning more towards something like a Slack, and that'll be very interesting to watch, and that's why they're on my watch list. And their stock isn't doing bad right now. They're doing good, and I can only expect it to do even more better as more people start working from home, as the style of business and the style of everyday life continues to change. So make sure you check them out. Our next company I want to talk about is, well, what did you know? Square, right? Now, if you guys didn't know, Square created Cashapp. And I had a subscriber ask me, like, well, what's going to happen if my if Cashapp it runs out of business? Or, well, it wouldn't be Cashapp, it'd be Square. But I think Cashapp will do just fine, because it's a way for people to pay people, and I think that they make money with your money sitting in their account. But Square is a very interesting company because they are pretty much a POS system a simpler POS system for small businesses, small, medium sized businesses. And the company stock is taking a hit right now. Yes, because all the small, medium sized businesses are down. So they're not making as much money off per transaction. That's how they make money with their POS system. So I think that they have a lot of growth potential depending on how we bounce back. Depending on how we bounce back, there's a lot of growth potential. Their stock is trading around $37 as I make this video, and it has the potential to jump right back up soon as the economy gets going, soon as small businesses are allowed to open up their doors and take customers. A lot of people, they're literally being forced to shut their doors. Even they can have the most cleanest, sanitized place, but the government is forcing them to close their doors. So I really see this being a discount price right now for Square, because their stock is going to continue to take a hit as long as the doors are staying closed or being forced to stay closed. This stock is going to continue to take a hit, and I think that it's just going to be more at a discount price. And I don't know about you, but I love discounts. Hit the thumbs up on this video if you like discounts and if you agree with me. All right. So the third company that I want to talk about is, and I know this is going to sound super weird, but Advanced Auto Parts. Now, you're wondering, maybe some people might even be thinking Advance ain't even going to make it out of this recession. And here's why. There's a few reasons why they will make it, right? Because it's very hard for Amazon to compete with an Advanced Auto, because they've created a great brand, and they've created a system where they're working directly with the mechanics and doing deliveries for them and bringing them the parts, everything the mechanic needs. The mechanic don't got to leave his shop no more. He has an account with Advance Auto, and he's making a one phone call, whatever he needs for whatever repairs, and they're dropping it off within hours, right? So that's going to be very hard for Amazon, like even on a 24-hour shipping, to even interfere with, right? With that type of business model. Even a Walmart isn't set up to be making deliveries to mechanics. So yes, Walmart does have a car section, but it's more like a do-it-yourself type of section. Maybe Amazon is still, Amazon's more like a do-it-yourself type of thing when it comes to cars. When it comes to fixing cars, though, more than half the time, you as a person, you're gonna go to an expert, which is a mechanic, and the mechanic's gonna shop from like a auto part company, and more than likely it's probably Advance Auto, or maybe even AutoZone. But Advance Auto is pretty strong, especially around my area. And so that's how they're gonna continue to be able to survive. And another thing too is, like, yes, Amazon has the 24-hour 1-day shipping, but when something goes wrong with your car, you usually don't have 24 hours. You got things to do. It's not like your car is going to be like, yo, windshield wiper finna go down very, very soon in a couple days. Make sure you put that order on Amazon. No. You're going to turn your car on one day. It's going to be raining. The windshield wipers is not going to be clearing the rain off your windshield. So what do you got to go do? You're going to drive down to Advance Auto and buy a couple windshield wipers, maybe act like you don't know what you're doing, and someone from behind the counter is going to come out and help you replace your windshield wipers for free. I think they even do battery changes for free. So it's like, that's a service that Walmart or Amazon cannot provide. They just can't. And when it comes to the cars, it's just, some things are just so unexpected that you don't have time to go home, order it online. I mean, maybe some people do, but for the majority of people, they need that done instant. You need that windshield wiper fixed instantly. You need, a lot of things for your car you need instantly, because you need your car to be reliable so you can get from A to B to C to D, wherever you got to go work, wherever the case may be. So that's another reason why I think that Advance Auto is going to survive. And they're currently trading at $73 as I make this video, which is a discount price if you're looking at what they were trading at earlier this year, even last year. And The last thing that is going to be very interesting and help this company have a good growth, even over the next handful of years, is that, and do your research on this, there is far more cars on the road this year and as we move forward that are 10 years plus old, which means that those cars are going to have more issues. Those cars are going to be need more upkeep because they're just older cars. In the past, we didn't have as many, but now there's been just a growing I guess love for older cars, and obviously older cars don't work as well as newer cars. So just more reason for people to be using mechanics and mechanics to be using advanced auto. And I really do think it's going to be hard for Amazon or Walmart to kind of chop into that market right there. So those three stocks are ones you want to be watching, and just continue to watch the market as it continues to drop. Buy if you can. Buy this week, wait out, buy next week. Make sure you're looking at between 9:30 and 11. And maybe I think three to four. But 3 to 4, sometimes you gotta be careful because that's when everything spikes up. The government comes in and do a little stimulus package, a little steroids injection to the market, and then just jump it back up. You don't ever want to be buying when things are jumping up. Uh, just continue to hit that buy button, y'all. Don't be scared. Don't let this market scare y'all. Just be smart. Do your research. Check them balance sheets, right? And continue to look at companies that are going to make it through this recession, right? Continue to look at those companies. Let me know in the comments what companies you're looking at. Let's talk about it. Let's have this discussion, and let me know what you think about the companies that I presented today. How's your portfolio looking? And I'm very interested to have that conversation as well in the comments. So whatever you share helps other viewers that are watching, and it just helps us having the conversation. Obviously, we're talking about making money, so let's be more comfortable with talking about how we're gonna make more money, how we're both gonna make more money. Because I can't stop you from making money just because we have a conversation about what stocks we're looking at. I'm not gonna stop you. If anything, we're gonna help each other because we're gonna give each other different insights, right? So make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video if you liked it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a blessed rest of the week. Just keep your mind clear and stay safe. And I appreciate y'all again for watching. Love. Peace.